I don't know if this conversation will benefit married women, but well, maybe. You still can learn and change, I'm sure. But I do hope everybody's doing well. Even if you're not, you've got to be well. And open your hearts for this conversation this morning. You won't find it in the Bible. It can only be practical. We're saying what makes a man choose one good woman over the other. Good is very relative, I know, and I know Kojo Yankson will take me on that tangent. Who is a good woman? Kojo, who is a good woman?
You are.
How so? You know. What makes, a man choose one good woman over the other? I am not sure, who a good woman is. That's very relative. A good woman in your eyes may not be, a good woman. But generally, I'm sure there would be, something that characterizes a woman you call good. Anna.
That's very true.
There would be, right?
Oh, yes,
there
definitely.
Okay,
definitely.
We'll look at that shortly.
From my body.
But whilst I was trying to, look around the topic, read a bit around it, see if I can understand anything from a man's perspective, because I am only a woman, really.
I want the world to know that I am yours.
I came across this very interesting writer from one James Allen Hanrahan. He is a dating and relationship coach based in LA.
Your name across my.
And I actually enjoyed what I read. I'll share with you and the brothers in the studio, and then we can start our conversation from there.
For you,
it says, you may be incredibly sexy and great in bed. We may have sex with you both morning and night, and we may remember you fondly. However, this is not enough to marry you. In fact, it has little, if nothing, to do with it. The reason men marry women happens outside the bedroom. Now you're wondering how to get him to marry you. Simple. We marry women who can make us better men. It starts out when we notice that our car is cleaner and our house is cleaner, but then it goes deeper than that. A noble quality comes over us, and we want to take care of you. We want to know where you are. We care about the condition of your car, and we make sure you have enough gas. Little things we never thought about become very important to us. We care about how you feel, not just how you look. As a woman, you may be thinking, that sounds great. How do I make it happen? The truth is, there's nothing you can do to make it happen. That's the part that broke my heart. However, you can allow it to happen. Before I go on, what's the difference? You can't make it happen, but you can allow it to happen.
So that means you can't force a woman to be what you want her to be, but you can be the kind of man that inspires a woman to be like that.
Okay, but this is to the woman, saying that a woman may be thinking, okay, like everything I have read, how do I make all of these happen to make a man, care not just about my looks, but even how I feel, take care of those little things that would make you feel very special and all. But then he goes on to say that the truth is there's nothing a woman can do to make these things happen. A woman can only allow these things to happen.
Okay. First of all, there are a couple of things he said that I don't know if would apply to me. Okay. I'm sure they apply to him. But I think this concept here is he's simply saying that, look, you can't force yourself to be what you don't want to be. Yeah. But if you want to be that kind of woman, then you can.
You agree?
I totally agree.
Okay. How about you, Henry?
I find a bit of an anticlimax in the whole thing.
We haven't started yet. We are anticlimaxing already.
There was this bit about caring about somebody's car.
Yeah, that was a bit I thought. Charlie.
It doesn't sit well with me.
I thought I think he was just using it to represent those little things that a man begins to pay attention to about
I think it was more of a representation of himself, first of all.
Well,
yeah,
exactly.
And from the conversation we're going to have this morning, I'm sure we'll have diverse opinions, different things that we look out for, in a woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go through. It says the first and most important thing is that a man loves a woman who loves him. Is that true?
That's true.
True for everybody?
Of course.
Yeah. Definitely.
In fact,
I'll add a caveat.
It hasn't ended. Let me finish. But not more than she loves herself.
Well, that's nice and also true.
Okay.
But I don't think a man loves every woman who loves him.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I mean, you need to have a certain connection with the person as well. Definitely.
So what will make a man love a woman? Let me write the question down so I don't forget. In fact, that's the import of the conversation.
That's why you brought us here.
Confidence. The second key, which builds on the first one, is allowing love to happen. You feel comfortable and worthy of being cared for. Not for what you do, but for who you are. I think you said that from the beginning. And allowing love means when he checks on your car, for instance, allow him. When he wants to get you gas, let him. Rather than saying, I can do it myself. Does that put men off? Or do you meet women who go like, oh, never mind, I can do it myself.
Independent women.
Yeah.
You don't like them?
Essentially, I mean, when a woman does that, she wants you to know that, she's very independent and capable of doing these things herself. But it's okay to just allow the man to do these things. I mean, we just want to care for you. That's what it is.
Actually, I do it sometimes.
Yeah.
Which one do you do sometimes?
Oh, the gas thing.
Maybe occasionally I drive your car out and I feel the gas. Feel the tank for you.
Yeah.
So what you're essentially saying is that sometimes when a man offers to do these things for you, just allow.
Yeah.
Other than never mind.
Yeah.
What does it do to you? Put you off?
Well, I'll be honest. It doesn't put me off.
Okay.
For me, it's when you meet a woman that you like. For the most part, you are trying to figure out if you're making a right choice.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything she does is like a little clue for you to help you understand the choice you're making. So for me, if I try to do something for a woman and she says, no thanks, I can do it myself, I'm not immediately put off. But it's a clue for me to pay attention, because ultimately I want a woman who doesn't need me but wants me.
Okay.
I'd like a woman to just decide that I don't need this guy, but everything about him I want. So I'd rather have him.
Yeah.
So if she doesn't need me to do things for her, that could actually be a good sign. Okay, but it doesn't mean that she should kind of ban or prohibit me from doing things every now and then, because you see, that thing, it's not selfless. When a man is giving you attention, time, resources, it's not selfless. It makes a man feel a certain way. So he's doing it for himself as well. So it's all well and good that you don't need it and, no thanks, I'll do it myself. But if you care about your man,
but then again, how often do women really say, "Nah, don't do it for me. I want to do it myself"?
Okay, that's a big question.
Do you understand?
I think I can count on one finger.
Exactly. Like what? Don't fill my tank for me. I've seen those beautiful shoes, but no, don't buy them. I want to buy them myself.
Don't send Momo.
Maybe that's how often do women decline these little offers from men?
Maybe then again, what did you tell me?
Back to the fact that I find what you're reading a bit of an abstract.
Yeah.
It's like,
is it?
Yeah, it's a special kind of write-up.
Hey,
yeah,
okay.
For special people.
Well, I found it interesting, but I think I got very excited with the brothers in the studio, so we didn't go through all the right protocols. But you're welcome to Home Affairs here on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Adam Knight. I'm hosting Henry Agbai. Henry is a broadcaster with Radio Gold. Hopefully, Radio Gold should come back.
Now
soon,
when you're
right?
introducing Radio Gold, you say Radio Gold Online.
Okay, great.
Oh, yeah.
Radio Gold Online.
Radio Gold Online.
I have my, in-house brother. Last night we were chatting about some very interesting stuff. Kojo Youngson, the morning man.
What were you chatting about?
Oh.
I'm interested.
I do not have undue advantage over you two gentlemen. I promise.
We were chatting about loyalty and all.
Yes.
Very safe conversation. You feel like
Absolutely.
Kojo Youngson is a broadcaster with us here at the Multimedia Group, and he is the morning man. And then I have another broadcaster and creative president of 1957, Brother KOD. So these are the men I have in the studio with me this morning, and we're talking about what makes a man choose one good woman over the other.
You know what just struck me?
Tell me.
With this introduction, I think it's right for us, Henry and I, to say a very big congratulations to you guys. 25 years in the industry. That's incredible. That's incredible. And this has always been like home to me all these years.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, I tried to come work at Joy FM. I remember one day I came to Kumadumo with a recording of myself.
Okay.
Trying to sound like I'm on air and all that. The boy flexed me for the phone.
Oh my God!
I've always been family here. From the always.
There's always there. So you should get closer a bit more. Okay. So let's get into it. Who is a good woman to start with? I was thinking, okay, so you have two good women. And, sometimes brothers, they're studying 2-3 girls to see who to take home, and settle with and start building a family with. And, for instance, you're looking through them and you're realizing that all of them have some very special qualities. I could settle with this one. I could. But eventually you would have to settle with one. And then you have to make that decision. There must be that distinctive factor. But before we go into that, generally for us as men, when you sit to have conversations and you're talking about a good woman, what are the characteristics of this good woman, generally?
This table that you want to shake.
I know this table.
Yeah, I think I'll let my seniors talk.
No. Maybe you'd have some point, Gloria. Don't mention the names and let people talk.
Because at this point in time doesn't want to talk first. Okay, let's start with you, KOD.
I think every woman, I doubt if there's anyone who sees herself as I'm not good enough. Yeah, but then again, that's your opinion. What you think is good might not be the same as what that man sees in you. So, really, it's more of what the man is looking out for in a woman. I think it starts from there, probably based on what they grew up experiencing and what they saw at home, how their mother related to their dad, how his sisters deal with him as a guy, that kind of thing. I think essentially it starts from there. And I'm sure for most men that would be the yardstick. We say very often that people end up marrying people who are not too partners that are not too different from their parents, or it's pretty true. So I think it's more of what you probably grew up seeing around you, and you'd even want to enhance it. So if this person comes with something beyond what you saw growing up here, that's a big plus.
Yeah.
And you can see that in more than two people.
Okay. Yeah. So I have a young, 24-5-year-old young woman listening, and she's so lost.
Yeah.
Because you're sounding very abstract right now.
like you were sounding.
Like I am. We want to break it down. Okay, so she is alone.
Yeah.
She doesn't have brothers, and she grew up with her parents. How am I supposed to know that, okay, these are attributes that a man would be looking out for. If eventually I was part of the woman he was, he was dating, even if it was to my blind side. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So let's break it down. Let's go. We're taking notes. See my papers. I have about how many papers?
Yeah.
Okay, Gloria, if you ask me.
Please don't mind this young man calling me Gloria. It's not my name. Allow him.
You have that one.
I've known this woman since 2002.
Oh, man.
So forgive me.
She's called Gloria.
Yes.
You don't know?
Hello, Gloria.
Okay, Adam.
Who will reveal these secrets to us? Fine. So Gloria. Oh, God. You die finish.
All right,
You finish me.
Adam, as I was saying, it's a number of reasons, and I think it also depends on the individual, what they've gone through.
Yeah.
On which individual? The
man.
The man.
Okay.
But even to start with, somebody actually told me when I put up the flyer yesterday that, you see, the whole premise of the discussion is flawed. It's not the men who choose the women; it's the women who choose the men.
Thank you.
Could you said that when
And I'm inclined to think that it's true, because I get the sense that by the time you start processing that thing in your head that, oh wow, I think I like what I see, and you want to get close and introduce yourself and possibly get a number and everything, they've done a scan on you, some kind of emotional, mental scan, and figured out there's something about this guy that I like, and then they might position themselves for you to feel good that but Charlie, eventually you're the one way they run you. But that aside, I think it's a question of what you've gone through as an individual, and then what you're looking out for. For example, some people might look out for a woman who gives them peace when they get home from a long day. That quiet place where it's like you're welcome, and you know that even if there are issues, they can be put on the back burner for a while, and then at the right time they're brought up for discussion. Even that peace, that reception is priceless. And so you might find that this person is all that, maybe they are all the works, they've got everything going for them, but they are cantankerous. And so you, in spite of all your beauty and everything, once you start giving a man pressure, there's no way he'll come close to you.
No way.
So it's something to look at for some of us. That peace, that quiet place where when you get home, she's there to welcome you and just take you in. As tired as harassed as you are, it's something worth considering, because it's priceless. You can't put a value on that piece.
Great. You all agree with Henry?
I do. I do.
Okay, but how about this assertion that men are first of all moved by what they see?
Well, that's true. It's the first thing you see.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes it is portrayed as a bad thing. I don't understand. Look, even women are moved by what they see.
Yeah,
I don't know why we're pretending. The same woman can be at a party, and one man approaches her, and she doesn't want to have anything to do with him. Like, she doesn't know this guy from anywhere. All she knows is what she sees. But the minute he walks up to her, she's like, who's this? I'm busy. I'm waiting for my boyfriend. Bye-bye. Another man will come. And she will feel differently. She will be like, okay, let's hear what this one has to say. What is she basing that choice on?
Based on
you
how
want to give you audience in the first place.
How you carry yourself.
You can't see a man's personality from across the room.
No way.
So it's true for everyone. I don't know why we sometimes make it seem like it's a bad thing.
But then again, there are certain ladies who'd go like, oh, when he walked in, the cologne he had, the presence, the cologne he had on him. Nah, man, I had to just listen to what he had to say, even if I was waiting for my boyfriend.
So if
your shoes.
Yeah.
So if
shoes and belt.
So if a 90-year-old man with 2 teeth walks in with perfume and
no
shoes,
oh man, maybe there's an interesting old man who got swag.
And not
he probably has a sign, a cool sign out there.
So he has a fighting chance.
Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to say that, look, the premise
so far,
of our
practically,
conversation.
the only thing I have written is men want peace. What more?
So
What more are they looking out for in that woman? Eventually, even if it is the other way around, even if it's a woman who wants to choose you, you have to want her as well.
So may I have a go at giving you some notes?
Yes, please.
Right.
I am too ready.
The first thing I want to say is that it hardly ever happens that a man faces a choice between what he would call 2 good women.
Wow.
A man might face a choice between 2 women.
Yeah.
Or 3, or 4, or 10. But for them all to be what he would call a good woman, that hardly ever happens. And if a man finds himself in that situation, it's a good problem to have. Now, let me get to what a good woman actually is. And you see, there are 3 men in this room to tell you what we think a good woman is. But the truth is that it's not only up to men to define what a good woman is.
Yeah, but we want it from the men's perspective.
Yeah.
You get it. Don't worry. Don't worry. You will get it. But it's not up to us. I think society comes up with all kinds of criteria to determine what good is. And women are trapped by that. Very often, a woman wants to be society's prescription, society's good woman. So it's the woman who, massages her man's feet and goes to the market and cooks for him and cleans for him. Or maybe it's the independent woman who has a job and earns more than... So, essentially, women are trying to fit a certain...
Who pays the fees?
Aha! Women are trying to fit a certain abstract description of what is good. But let me make it simple. You only have to be your man's good woman. So before you start being a certain woman that you think is good, find your man first. Because I think we've all agreed on the fact that women choose men.
Yeah.
So first, identify that man that you want to be with, and then be his good woman. So that you don't get confused. So that you don't start to be all things to all men. So that you don't turn yourself into a billboard that's trying to attract every demographic to come and buy your product. Be your man's good woman. Now, once we've established that your mission is a lot smaller than you thought, you don't have to please everyone. Now, all you have to do is figure out what your man wants, and that will always differ. There are some things, however, that are universal. For example, a man wants a woman who believes in him. This is important.
Okay.
You see, no matter where a man is in life, no matter how successful he is, he still has a road ahead of him. A road he hasn't yet traveled. He doesn't know what it will be like. He doesn't know what obstacles are waiting for him. He's still trying to get somewhere. And if he encounters an obstacle, sometimes the only thing that he needs to overcome it is belief. Is somebody who believes he can do it. And we don't always automatically believe in ourselves. No matter how confident a man seems when he walks into the room, he has moments of doubt. And sometimes that's the only thing a man needs a partner for. Somebody to believe in him in those moments when he doesn't. Or somebody to believe in him when other people don't. Because sometimes that's the obstacle. He wants to do something. Nobody thinks he can do it. All he needs is someone who sees what he sees and can tell him, dude, prove them wrong. That is universal. I don't think you'll find a man anywhere who doesn't want a partner who believes in him.
Yeah.
Okay. The peace thing, I want to expand it a little bit. For me, I think the universal truth is that a man wants a woman who will make him a king. So in England, they have this expression. They say a man's home is his castle.
That's right.
Okay. They base this on real psychology. From the days of the caveman, the programming of the man's mind is to find a place and make it his own. Guard it from others, nurture it into what he wants it to be, and find peace within. He can come out of his cave and fight bears, wolves, lions, other men, all of that. But when he returns to his cave, he must feel like he is in his space within which he has no enemies to fight.
Yep.
So when men talk about peace, this is actually deep down inside. This is what we are referring to. That place where I have no enemies to fight. So I can go out and fight all the enemies of the world, compete at work, argue in traffic, whatever, advance and fight and claw and everything.
Yeah.
And when I come home, it must stop so that I can recharge and go out tomorrow and do it again. Now, this is the truth for every man, whether you are a house husband. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you are unemployed. It doesn't matter what you do. Every day, it is a struggle. And you cannot extend that struggle 24 hours. So when you are picking a woman, you want to pick somebody who will give you that battery charging time. That's what we refer to as peace. Now, I read somewhere, a woman said that, a woman on social media said that, I keep hearing this thing about men saying, I want peace, or peace, be my peace, be my peace. You have to earn
You have to earn it?
your peace.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's in what we need to give them
That
a...
surprised me.
Do
That
men
surprised
have
me.
to earn their peace?
Oh, why?
Earn it.
I don't understand. Why must men earn peace? It's kind of like saying that women must earn love
Respect?
or respect. Why must
No,
why
that,
must
that comes without saying.
Yeah. It is a fundamental human right.
Especially
Why must I earn it? I don't quite understand. So what should I pay for peace? What's the price?
Be a good boy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Look.
Be who she wants you to be also.
Look.
One of the things
sorry, if you don't mind, I'll just wrap up
up.
with this. Let me tell you this. For any man who has options of women to spend time with, I'm not even talking about the one who's trying to marry one of them. Just he has options because he's an attractive man.
Boy.
Yeah, so he has options of women. He will always go to the one who gives him peace. He won't he earn it then.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
earn it. Why? So that's it. I mean, I'm going to wrap up on this. that if you can believe in a man and make him a king in his own kingdom, those are two fundamental things that every man in this world wants to have. Start from there. The rest of it, dear, let it be what your man, your chosen man, wants from you.
Great.
One of the things I found out, quite early, just growing up, was the fact that the finest ingredients of any lasting relationship, be it with God, a partner, relationship, trust is also very important. So we can take out that. You can have people out there who have no faith in you, but if that woman, that person, that very special person, have faith in you, and that comes with with having your peace of mind as well. You know that everyone thinks you can't make it, but that person, that very special person, motivates you, even if they're not very sure that you can get it done. They just give you that kick that, listen, you can get this done. Trust is one of them. Definitely, you can't take out communication. Great communication between a couple.
Yeah.
Respect is so important. It's one thing. Then again, that's one thing that you give and receive.
Yes.
You give and receive. You need someone who is very honest. you know that whatever they're telling you,
the respect, you earn that one.
Yeah.
That one you earn. Yes, I agree, but not peace.
Keep
paying your mind.
If the person doesn't, if you haven't earned that respect, so this person doesn't respect you, how do you get peace with them? Because already the person is very resentful of you. How does this person create a peaceful environment for you?
So I get it if a woman says I must earn respect. That's one I get it. If I can't earn it, you can't be with me.
But I don't respect you, so there's no way you would find peace around our hate.
I know, but
my woman.
What would you do with someone who doesn't even respect you?
Exactly.
You'll be single for a long
time. Yeah.
Exactly. So you are not even, it's not going to happen, right? If there's no respect.
There's no respect, that it won't happen. It won't happen. I'm sure there are quite a number of ladies who are listening to us because they are probably seeing someone, they've gotten to that point in their lives when they think that, hey, this is when I need to settle down. Why is this guy not making the next move? Initially, we said that the lady makes it happen. But when it gets to that point of settling down, it's the man who decides.
For real.
No, say that well.
You decide. You decide.
I choose.
You choose me.
Yeah,
you choose me.
But you decide.
Yeah, but I decide if I. Yeah, that's the truth.
I like that.
Yeah. I decide if, and that's when. Let me give a personal example here. When I had to choose, Charlie, I organized one crazy crash. Yeah, I did.
You organized the crash?
Yeah, with a friend of mine.
Wow.
Yeah, I was seeing two people, and I had to decide. I organized a crash. They met, and I saw the patient one. Exactly. The one that has the capability of giving me my peace of mind.
That's market research right there.
Go on, you're angry. Why is this person here raving and ranting? Okay, that's the last time. It's a wrap.
There should be more crashes out there.
Wow.
Which brings me to another point that I would like to make. That has to do with the character of the women. Is she a helper? Is she a keeper? Is she considerate? Is she intelligent?
Yeah.
And when I say intelligent, is she even emotionally intelligent? You see, so if, like Kofi just said, there's a problem, and you decide that your best response would be to yell and throw things around.
Nah.
You're on your way out.
Wahala for you. Hey.
So, yeah.
This morning, it's like I don't even have any more questions.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you realize that sometimes, and this came to my mind when I talked about market research. Okay, because that's like a very raw and brutal example of market research that helped.
It really did. No, it really helped me.
But market research in reality actually involves others. Not just like the person that you're trying to deal with, but others. And I've noticed another thing, that very often when a man has a choice to make, how others feel about the woman he's considering plays a role.
Yeah, it does.
And
I disagree.
It does.
It does play a role.
Could you say that again?
How others feel about the woman he's considering plays a role. Now, I say plays a role because
one would argue that ultimately you're the one deciding to settle with a person. So someone's opinion
fair.
Yeah, which is fair.
That's why I'm saying it plays a role. I don't think any real man would make his entire decision based on what others think. But there is a role in there for that. And that's why I was talking about the market research. Look, if you hear people telling you that, Charlie, these days you're happy. Like these days Charlie, you know the ball by heart. These days you are chill, pal. If there is a woman in your life who, whenever you are around, that's how you feel, trace it to her. You get it? So that is what I mean when I talk about market research. Sometimes other people will tell you, even without you realizing that they are giving you an opinion about your woman, they will tell you the ways in which you are better since you started engaging with this woman.
And the reverse is true.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. They tell me I'm looking puffy.
Yeah.
I've been well fed.
That's another one.
Actually, when I saw your video yesterday, that's what I thought. Like, my brother's really put on. Someone's doing a great job. Someone has made a good choice.
I see.
So sometimes that is your clue that there is a woman in your life who is doing things right. Or doing things wrong, depending on the feedback.
Let me tell you this, and very often, right? Even a man's lifespan depends on the kind of woman he settles with. If you have someone who's stressing you every day, you're going to work. Work in itself brings a lot of stress. Times are hard. You're trying to make ends meet. You go home and there's so much fire on you just to make things happen. No. But there's something I think that in all this conversation, because for a single woman who's looking out for that man to settle with, I'm sure they're pretty confused now, because it looks more like how to keep a relationship, but not how to get him to choose you. Because you do agree?
I
agree.
Yeah.
I will be activating the phone lines in a bit for our listeners to join in, because I'm sure they have a lot of thoughts to share on the subject as well. But we have learnt a lot.
But just before that, I also think there are a couple of things I need to put out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
I was taking
more
notes
like
when you talked about helper, keeper,
a
considerate.
blueprint, more like a blueprint. So the first thing is prayer.
Ah, yes, the God factor.
The God factor. And the biblical reference for that is Judges 6:36 to 40. And essentially that's where an angel appeared to Gideon and told him, okay, you're the guy who's going to take Israel out of captivity. And he said, it's not possible. Give me a sign. So he gave God a sign. So one of the things that people can do to be sure that they're on the right path is to ask God to give them a sign.
Yeah.
I know someone who said, number one, the right person, the person that, like his rib or her rib, should be able to call her in front of her pastor and ask for her hand, buy her fresh roses,
wear brown shoe.
No, and something else.
Probably green.
I've heard that one before.
Yeah. and you'd be surprised. It might work for you. So it should be something that only you know, something which is very distinct. Once that is gotten out of the way, you can be sure that you're on the right path. The other thing is the parental approval.
Yeah, I was going to mention that as well.
The counsel of the older ones. Sometimes somebody can point you in a certain direction and tell you that, Charlie, looking at this young lady or this young man, if you guys get close, it might be worth your while. It might help you. And you'll be surprised. That parental approval is also very important.
Yeah.
Because back then there were instances where you take a young woman home and your mother comes around, takes one good look at her, and then after she goes away, she'll tell you point blank, Charlie, this one, I don't think it's going to work. and 90% of the time they're right.
It doesn't work.
So for me, these are some of the things that people should do.
And there are a few other things like looking out for the kind of relationship she has with her parents.
Correct.
Yeah, that's very important.
The kind of family you're entering into.
Yeah, the kind of family you're entering into. Very often they'll tell you that, she's from a good. That's why we hear something like she's from a good home. He's from a good home. Based on the kind of relationship your parents have, one decides they want to settle with you, and also someone who probably supports your goals as well, as they are pursuing their own. They give you all the push to make that happen for yourself. Because ultimately it's going to affect her as well. So they are pursuing their own career paths, but then again, giving you the pat on the back to chart your own course, and consistently, pushing you to make things happen. These motivating factors of a woman could be a reason for a man to settle with her.
When Kojo talked about the fact that the woman should, be able to give you that strength for you to keep going and coming. With this woman, you're sure you can face the world. It reminded me of a joke I heard at a wedding about this man who always carried his wife's picture in his wallet. And then
Charlie, I've not seen that in a long time.
and he said
the phone has replaced it.
You know, he said that, look, whenever he comes across any obstacle, very difficult situations, he takes out his wallet and he looks at his wife's picture and he says that, if I have been able to deal with this woman for 20 years, I can deal with any problem.
I think I can also tell another joke. So this guy comes home from church and he carries his wife around the house. His wife is like, did you preach about romance today? He said, no, the pastor says each man must carry his own bed.
Yeah. No, that wouldn't put it. No, that's when you take a walk from the house.
We'll take a break shortly.
Oh, right. Okay, I was just going to say this. So far I've said three things. I've said
hey, you said more than three.
Well, they fall into three categories. One, you must believe in your man. That makes you his good woman. I've said that you must make him a king, make him feel like a king, and also feedback, on you must be that you've made his life better.
Yeah.
There are a few other things. This is important. If your man is not yet able to be vulnerable around you, then you're not there yet. That is sometimes the last thing, the final wall to break down before this man becomes yours, before this man decides that you are his. You have to find that the thing he can't tell anyone, or the side of him he can't show anyone, he can show you.
Yeah.
That means you are in. Because men protect their core from everything and everyone. So if they decide that they don't need to protect it from you, then it's you. You're the one. But when you find that he still struggles to open up, he still struggles to share, when he has a problem, he's not in a hurry to tell you, that means you still have some way to go.
Isn't it interesting, Kojo? We've said a lot, but we've not spoken to issues of looks and sex, for instance.
Exactly.
Hey.
I hope.
Isn't that interesting?
I hope. Isn't that interesting?
Okay. I just flipped my sheet.
Okay. There are other things. Okay.
Okay. So after the conversation on sex and looks, we'll take a break.
Oh, you want us to get into the
let's go and come. Let me just read this message. It says, I'm really enjoying today's guest, and I love the topic for discussion. Very interesting. I believe it's really relative, but I can bet it's more of loyalty. If the woman is stuck with him, no matter what, he may stick with her for a very long time. And that's not to say just marriage. Sometimes some of these women would stick with you and be loyal, even if it doesn't. Even if you don't pop the question. And this is from Pax in Mamprobi. So we'll be right back.
One Ghana cedi pay. Enjoy your Dano milk and be strong. This advert is vetted and approved by the FDA. Is that music? Yes, lovely. Play louder. Wow. La 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 la. You've been more into your baby's development than you think. And now you can put more into meal times. Discover the new Cerelac with Iron Plus, which supports healthy physical development. Nestle Cerelac, big nutrition for small tummies.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Just like
Moms know what to do in every situation. You can trust Fortune Rice for all your rice meals. It needs just a little water. The grains don't stick and the aroma and taste are delicious. Fortune Rice, always on point, just like Mom. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA. Just like Mom.
To clean an LPG tank, fill the tank with water. This forces out the remaining gas in the tank. Then release the water. The cleaner should wear appropriate protective clothing such as gas mask, goggles, boots, and gloves. LPG tanker vehicles should have appropriate warning inscriptions such as written warning signs, reflectors, and flashing lights. Storage tanks should be inspected regularly for rust and damages. Service providers should be called in when a defect is detected. A message from the National Petroleum Authority.
All right, so we have been having our own conversations when we took the break. Could you take us away? Just continue from where you left.
Okay, so I said that it is significant that none of us, as Kofi pointed out, none of us started with the sex and the...
Yeah. I was seriously going to come to that.
But the fact that we didn't start with it, that's the point.
Yeah.
It tells you that important as sex may be, when it comes to making a choice, when it comes to picking amongst options, sex may not be the thing that tips you over the edge. But if you want your man to be sure of you, if you want your man to believe that he has made the right choice with you, there are some sex-related rules that I think you should follow. In fact, one sex-related rule, only one. You must enjoy sex. It's not
with
about
him.
Yes, with him. It's not about having like a repertoire or being seasoned. Charlie. It's not about that. It's not about learning techniques from the Orient over a lifetime of sexual adventure.
In this case, you are not preaching no sex before marriage.
Okay, so you see what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about here is choice and choice in the real world. Okay, so yes, I think the ultimate, the best would be sex before marriage. That is what almost every religion.
We won't argue that. In fact, there's no follow-up question.
No, okay, that is what every religion would desire its followers to do.
Yeah.
But I think we understand, and so does God. Thank goodness for that.
Angel.
We understand the reality. When I say, I'm not saying that God understands when you sin. I'm saying that God understands the difficulty of not sinning. God understands that.
That's why He made provisions for forgiveness.
Thank you.
He's a merciful God.
All right. So what I'm saying is this: sex will never be a man's number one criterion for choosing a woman. But a woman who enjoys sex is a man's good woman. Like if you enjoy the sex with him, you are his good woman. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you know and what you're able to do to him. Those things, they are temporary, momentary amusements.
Yeah.
But if he feels like every time he's in bed with you, you are in heaven, where else will he want to be? Look, that thing, it makes a man feel powerful. It makes a man feel like, Charlie, I guess, girl.
Yeah.
I am a man.
It affects a man's ego.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and the ego is the engine. Look, we all again, that's another thing we sometimes describe like a negative thing, ego. But it's a man's engine.
Yeah.
And God has made us deliberately like that because of competition, because of the physicality of man. Yeah. We must compete to survive. And the engine that makes you want to compete is ego. That's innate belief that you are more, you are great. That's ego. And things that bruise the ego are bruising your engine. They are affecting your ability to perform. So when women laugh at a man because, oh, your ego is bruised, well, of course, that's my engine.
Yeah. Then the 2 minutes men, they are suffering, no?
Pa.
Yes, I asked them.
Who said they asked to be 25 minutes?
Well, I mean,
but 2 minutes, 2 minutes can be dire.
But 2 minutes
can be dire.
No, but could you hold on?
Hey,
2 minutes. What is 2 minutes?
No.
What will you do in 2 minutes?
Where is it written that?
2 minutes is 120 seconds.
What will you do in that?
Think of it. If you look at, I mean, we're animals as well. If you look at the animal kingdom, I think we're the only ones who try to impress too much.
In fact, there's another joke. You know, they said 2 people.
Yeah.
The girl asks the guy, okay, if the world was going to end in 10 minutes, what would you do? The guy says, I'll make love to you. And the girl says, what would you do with the rest of the 8 minutes? Oh, wicked. But who said there has to be 25 minutes?
So yes, unfortunately, we are not in the animal kingdom. That would have been perfect, but we're not. So that means we are pressed upon.
I know, I think there's nothing like 2 minutes.
So you see, all the brothers I have, I'll come to you and pick your thoughts on the sex issue. Then we activate the phone lines. All the brothers in the studio are fine broadcasters, so they're going to help me sell this morning. Of course. Brackojo, there you go. Okay, so we're making some sales.
It looks like Father's Day is just around the corner, and Joy Prime, Hits FM, Joy News, and My Joy Online bring you My Dad is Tough, a celebration of fathers in the COVID-19 front lines. Is your dad at the front line as a doctor, nurse, police, immigration, customs, fire service, or military? Well, send a 1-minute video or audio recording on why your dad must be celebrated to the WhatsApp number 0559 61797. That's 0559 691 797. That's on Father's Day. And I'll add the full contact details of your dad as well. You stand the chance of winning amazing prizes for your dad on Father's Day come the 21st of June. That's on Sunday. That's Father's Day. Remember, the deadline for submission of entry is 13th of June 2020, obviously. My Dad is Tough. Father's Day celebration is brought to you by BBS Roofing Sheets, Roof Papa Pa Fie.
Great.
Education is secured, convenient, and easily accessible on Joy Learning. Here's how you can access the Joy Learning channel on your multi-TV Digibox. Rescan your TV set or seek assistance from an installer nearby. Find Joy Learning and access classroom lessons for SHS and JHS students. For more lessons, go online and download the Wolo app or visit woloafrique.com for all core subjects and electives in science, business, and general arts. Register and subscribe to any subject of your choice. For more information, call 0264 790 970. That's 0264 790 970 or 0302 211 688. That's 0302 211 688. Joy Learning is brought to you by KNET, SES, and Wolo. Joy Learning, keep learning.
Keep learning.
Right, to all our audience in the UK, those who are unable to access us through the TuneIn app, please accept our apologies. We are available on myjoyonline.com and adomonline.com. You can also access our streams on Facebook, Android devices, and the Google Play Store and App Store for Apple. Just search for My Joy Online and Adom Online.
Right. Just like moms know what to do in every situation, you can trust any of the Fortune rice brands for all your rice meals for every occasion. It needs just little water, with emphasis on little water. The grains don't stick together, and the aroma and taste are delicious. If you're thinking of cooking jollof rice, fried rice, rice balls, or any other rice dish you can think about, just choose Fortune. We have Fortune Classic, it's green. The Fortune Delight is orange, and Fortune Delicious comes in the red pack. Get yours now, and you won't regret it. Fortune rice, always on point.
What kind of math students were you?
Me?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Me too. Like, I want to find a word that's worse than terrible.
It's a myth. If you find the right teacher, you make it.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
I found some old man who taught me.
Yeah?
And came away with that.
Well, but get ready to delve deep into the world of mathematics, because Joy Learning, Ghana's first educational TV channel in collaboration with Willow, brings you 2 weeks math festival with your experienced TV teachers on the Revision Show. Mathematics Festival comes to you live on the Revision Show. Get your notebooks and pens and look out for the mathematics segment on the Revision Show. Be a math. Hey, I've not heard this one before. I like it. Be a mathlete. And win a virtual scholarship for yourself and 5 of your mates, and study on the Willow app for free. Make a date with your mathematics TV teacher on the Revision Show, Mondays through to Thursdays at 7 p.m. starting from the 1st of June. So it's actually ongoing. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Joy Learning TV, and also on Instagram at Joy_Learning TV.
George Quinn needs to make a date with this one.
Charlie?
Because you remember.
Yeah.
Why George Quinn?
He knows.
He knows?
Yeah.
No, fill us in.
Okay.
Because I want to know. You don't like to me.
Well, he didn't say I should say that. He can't do anything. I mean, apart from all the qualities and everything, one of the things that endeared his wife to him is because he's sharp for mathematics inside.
Charlie, but I don't think anybody sharp as me.
Wow. Honestly, me.
Like, listen, in my case, it's so bad. Very often, I don't even count my own money.
Okay, George, you're not alone. This is somebody's checklist for a good woman. Good cook, good character, beautiful, good in bed, well educated, very supportive, very peaceful, and romantic. Henry, go.
This is a Rolls Royce. Alright, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All play and no work makes Jack a lazy boy. You've been learning from home all this while on Ghana's first educational channel, Joy Learning. Now it's time to have fun and prove to other schools how beautiful your uniforms are. Follow Joy Learning on Instagram at Joy_Learning TV. Take a beautiful picture of yourself in your school uniform from home. Post your picture and tag us at Joy_Learning TV #uniform challenge. With this done perfectly, you have the opportunity to win the bragging rights as the school with the most beautiful uniform in Ghana, as well as the best dressed student title, and be acknowledged on all our social media handles. Enjoy Learning TV. Old students like KOD are cautioned to stay out of this contest. But if you still have a uniform that's fresh and beautiful, you can try it. Why not? Why not? Joy Learning, keep learning.
We want to try. We want to do it.
I think the kids need to do this because they've been home for some time. And I'm sure by the time they get back to school, some would need new school uniforms because they're eating so much and put it on.
Charlie. That's another expense.
I know,
right? You come in there, please, men, be straightforward. Most men make a woman feel that all she is worth is a sexual being, even when she's trying to please him. So how will a woman know this particular man is the one who sees me as good enough? Don't try to answer. Let's finish.
Let me do what I have to do. The tension is heightened and the anxiety is indescribable as the competition nears its finale. Who wins the ultimate prize package of over 80,000 Ghana cedis, plus a 1-year recording deal for 2 singles under management? Watch Prime Studio this and every Saturday on Joy Prime at 8 p.m. Remember that you have the power to choose who makes it to the finale this Saturday, the 6th of June, 2020. Text PS, followed by the name of your favorite contestant, to the short code 1903 on all networks. Prime Studio. Rock the world.
Great. And if you're just joining, I don't know where you have been, but it's been Home Affairs on Joy 99.7 FM. Have 3 fine broadcasters with me in the studio. KOD, he is the creative president of 1957 and a fine broadcaster. Henry
I've not heard that in a long time.
With Radio Gold Online, and then Kojo Youngson, the morning man. We have been talking about what makes a man choose one good woman over the other. And trust me, conversations have gone by. If you weren't with us from the beginning, you can, find us podcast Major Online or our Facebook Live. You can, follow us now. When we finish, then you go and start from the beginning. You have actually missed a lot. But yes, milk just got exciting with Dano Milk. Dano Milk has 3 extra amazing powdered milk flavors to its plain milk, and they come in chocolate, strawberry, and coffee. Beyond being creamy and tasty, with pleasant and natural aroma, they're healthy and nutritious, and this makes you grow strong mentally and physically. For your favorite flavor, it's only 1 Ghana cedi only. It's for the 40-gram sachet, and you can serve it with cold, warm, or hot water. Dano Milk, strength comes from within. And yes, A Walk with Jesus is back on your radio this Sunday. That's tomorrow, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. It used to be 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. But because we have Beyond the Lockdown, that goes up to 9. So from 9 o'clock, A Walk with Jesus comes your way. And tomorrow, Pastor Atuakwa will be on. So do not miss it for anything. Grade 0302216541. We can pick a few phone calls. Yes, your thoughts on looks and sex when it comes to a man choosing a woman.
Of course,
Could you, Could just made a lot of points. Let me come to KOD and Henry.
Yeah, as I was about to say, looks are important. You don't want your children looking like they've been run over by a combined harvester.
Oh, Minisanipo.
In reverse. A combined harvester.
Or like you have babies and when you take the babies home, they go, is it a boy or a girl? Because
that one can be painful.
The baby by looking at it. So of course you want to also go out with somebody who can walk side by side with you to an event, to a public place, because again, you don't want to go out to somebody and then they go like, is that your mother?
No, dear.
You know what I mean? So
dear.
What's that?
No, there have been
but you just got me thinking. I mean, listen, no,
that would be very offensive.
No, but the people who prefer older women.
Well, okay.
Because the thing that they are more like
Oedipus complex.
They're more mature in how they carry themselves. I mean, if that woman obviously looks older than him, I think they can be pardoned. Hello? No?
Have you finished?
Look, you want to be able to walk with your wife into a room. If she's a head turner, or if she's a stunner or a looker, as they say, and you get all the compliments and you go, wow, your wife is beautiful. It's nice.
Yeah.
So the looks also count. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree that looks
and the sex
matter. You see, the thing about the sex is that at the end of the day, it is the same feeling you get. No,
what's that?
You feel a particular way for a certain number of minutes, and that's it.
The rest is regular.
No, that's not it. The point is that, like, if you have had an orgasm, you feel the same way every time, isn't it?
And the reaction is always the same.
It's not the same every day.
No, but the point is that at the end of the day,
I think that comes. Yeah, I think that comes with your psychological makeup prior to and during and.
Let me speak for myself.
Okay.
If the person is going to do, or your wife is going to do all the gymnastics, like somebody talked about the helicopter, like a position called helicopter. I've been figuring out how it works, whether the person will hang on the ceiling fan in 12 and your cannon. But at the end of the day, for me,
maybe with the fan on.
Exactly. So the fan will provide the motivation.
You go on oscillating.
Thank you. At the end of the day,
your electrician starts looking at you funny.
I know, right?
You feel a particular way, and so I don't think it's anything extraordinary. I mean, at some point in time in the course of even your marriage, those who be real will realize that sometimes you go for weeks without it because, for example, in my case, I've got little boys; they're always in the way. So what do you do when the sex is not happening?
Yeah,
let it happen.
Looks are important. Looks are important because whoever you settle with, you're going to see this face for the rest of your life. Hopefully.
Yeah.
you know, and something should give you the kick whenever you look at them. You know, something should give you that kick, and it also goes beyond what you see right from the onset. But as you grow older, you enhance it. Yeah, could you see me? I post my pictures very often. Don't I look better than back then?
Yeah.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Especially when you do the throwback.
I know, right?
Then you ask yourself,
you know, hey.
At that time, what did the woman see?
No, but hold on. In those days, I was cool, pal. Yeah. You know, my children look at down the road, modern photos. That's why I used to take my pictures in the 1990s. Yeah.
They look at their father and they go like, is this really daddy? I said, that's him.
So you know, I didn't say anything about looks earlier. I was,
no. Killed, you haven't said anything about the sex.
I mean, like Henry said, well, right from the onset, you're probably doing it every day. Yeah, when it all starts, when you start dating, you get married, the pressures of life, childbirth, you're trying to enhance your lives, you start building, you're thinking about your pension and everything. You get distracted. You know, the events of life can distract you a bit. You get so tired from work and you can't even do it. So it's very relevant in a relationship, but as time goes on, you know, it takes the percentage drops. I believe so.
0302216541.
You know when it says there, I thought you were going to say it drops to 0.
That's a killer.
So the thing about looks is that it's hard to advise a woman what look you should have in order to be a good woman or to be a man's choice.
Okay, so you can do that actually.
Well, I don't know. So I guess
it depends on how you say it.
You could give them rules on generally appearing well, but you can't tell them that this appearance.
No, but you can't give rules. You should find a very subtle way of going about it.
No, I don't mean we should give to our woman.
Okay.
I'm saying in this
generally
for a woman, will not be able to give a woman, like give the women listening some set of rules that if you look like this, if your hair
because definitely.
But the thing is, because that's also an individual thing, isn't it?
It is.
Whatever your type of woman
or your
man
preference
finds attractive.
Yeah.
But I think the key to looks is that you must pay attention to them, and that's the same for men as well.
Yeah.
You know, Henry was talking about how you want to walk into a room with your woman and everybody looks at her like, damn.
Yeah.
A woman wants that for her man too. A woman wants to walk into a room with a man that other women will look at and be like, Charlie.
You want to flaunt your man.
You know?
So let's speak to Ajima Joseph and come back. Hello, Ajima Joseph. Good morning to you.
Good morning, madam. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, my name is Adam.
Yeah.
Madam makes me feel like I am your auntie.
Auntie Gloria.
You know. Okay, go on, please.
You're asking of what makes a man. I mean, do you need 2 qualities or about 3 or what? How many?
Oh, just drop one. One strong one. The topmost.
Yeah, the man should be sexually.
Oh, not man.
No, we're looking at women. What men look out for in a woman
before deciding to settle down.
Oh, a woman. A woman should be somebody who is humble.
Okay, so humility, that's it for you.
Humility and do all.
All right. Thank you very much, Ajim and Joseph. We value your contribution. Great. Kojo, you were on a tangent.
I was talking about the thing about the looks. So you have to pay attention to them the same way that a man has to pay attention to his grooming. So I mean, you don't have to be a spruce goose or anything like that, but whatever your age is, you have to dress in a way that attracts, or is appealing. But for a woman, it's not just about how you're dressing or the expensive clothes you're wearing or whatever. It's about the attention you're paying to detail, finding what is good about you and enhancing it.
Thank you.
You know?
Hi, Nana. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah.
Nana just woke up.
Yes. I'm living in bed, so.
Nice. Alone?
Yes, alone.
Oh, how? Okay, let's hear you.
Okay, so I'll just start with the sex bit. I believe sometimes sex is overrated. How long sex will last will be determined on how you do it. I believe that if you can achieve what you want orgasm or babies or whatever. It doesn't matter whether it's 1 minute, whether it's 2 minutes, whether it's 10 minutes, or whether it's even an hour. Depending on how you do it and what you get, at the end of the day, if you're able to get what you want. So I believe that one is there. And also with what you look for in a woman bed, if you are looking for a woman who will give you peace, also ask yourself if you can give that person peace back. If you are looking for a woman who believes in you, also ask yourself if you can believe in the woman's dreams. No, it shouldn't be only one-sided. So that's how I think it should be.
And
so
thank you. Yes. I mean, you've said it all. Thank you. So it should be vice versa. You can't go looking for, all the things and then you are none of it. Yeah. But then
it should always be a win-win situation.
But is it no longer about how a man chooses a woman?
It is. I mean, but fortunately, this is a man who called and says that, yes, you are looking out for this. But, I mean, once you're looking out for it, you should also
be a provider, a source of it.
Yeah. Before I give you 30 seconds each to wrap up, I'm just reminding us that, like, moms know what to do in every situation. You can trust any of the Fortune rice brands for all your rice meals on every occasion. It needs just little water, with emphasis on little water. The grains don't stick together, and the aroma and the taste, delicious. If you're thinking of cooking jollof rice, rice balls, fried rice, or any other rice dish, choose Fortune. Fortune, you have it in classic, which is green, delight, orange, and delicious, which comes in the red pack. Get yours now, and you won't regret it. Fortune, always on point. Tete, good morning to you. Tete Watson. He says, mention my name on the radio. Good morning to you. Okay, so we're wrapping up quickly. Like some 15 seconds each and we're done.
Yes. Okay, I think women shouldn't overthink it.
Don't overthink it.
There isn't some universal playbook that you must follow in order to be a good woman. You are a good woman.
Great.
All you have to do is find the man for whom you are the best woman.
All right. Great.
Because we come across friends, ladies that we know, with amazing traits. We all know that they would be such great wives, and then it's not happening.
Oh.
It's not because you're not good enough. Like we said earlier, you have to choose a man.
Yes.
Okay, my time is
so
up.
Add the prayer aspect, that Henry brought in at a certain point. Please don't take it out in a potential spouse.
Okay, and finally from you.
Yes, I guess Kyoji summed it up for me. The God factor. Yeah, the God factor is the
key.
Most important.
All right.
That will, once you have the God factor right, no matter what, you're on the right path and you're going all the way to death to you.
It's been an exciting morning for me.
We give one domestic.
It be save my time. Make you give them fans quickly. Make you go when a time catch.
My domestic boss is Mrs. Dorothy Agbaye. She's listening and sending threatening text messages.
Oh, she did.
You know what to do.
And lots of my schoolmates. I can mention your names, but to all my mates who are listening, good morning to all of you.
And shout out to all the amazing, friends from social media who are listening.
Yeah,
we appreciate you because we posted yesterday, and they were all
excited
eager to listen to what we're going to say this morning.
Great.
Shouts to you and to Mrs. Ophelia Ochredakwe and the chicks in my coop.
That's
good morning to you.
No chicks in my coop. But I got this text message. Someone wants me to wish his son George Yufi Bintumode of St. Teresa School, Kanishi, a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, George.
Long life and good health. That's from his mom and dad, Marian and Martin.
All right, so that was your Home Affairs for today. My name is Adam Naite. Thank you, Daniela, KOD, Henry, and Kojo. Good job. Thank you. I wish I could have you around, more often. We'll discuss that. I know, right?
I never got used to hosting the
Price Big Red Carnival is back in these challenging times. We've stocked up on everything your family needs